All right, thanks, guys. We are currently 33, 11, and 2 in our last 46 daily double picks on patreon.com/Brock Page. We're also hitting at 73% for the college football season on that website. Link for that site is in the description section below. That is patreon.com/Brock Page. Now, guys, it's Friday. Happy Friday to you. We have ourselves a very interesting set of shoutouts at the end of the show. So stay tuned for that. But happy Friday. The weekend is finally here. We got ourselves a nice abbreviated slate of NHL action. So let's go ahead and dive into that. Beginning with Colorado taking on Florida. 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop at the Panthers. Florida's minus 130, total 6.5. Saw a 15-cent move toward Florida. No movement on the total as of yet. The Panthers open $1.15 up to 130, total 6.5. 73% are leaning Colorado, 53% leaning toward the over. Right now, the Avalanche are plus 115 on the money line. Florida plus $1.95, laying the goal and a half. Now, Florida's won just 2 out of their 6 games overall for the year. They ranked 27th in goals allowed, 28th in shots allowed at home. Now, the Avalanche on the other side, 5-0-1 on the year, second in scoring. They held their opponents to 3 goals or less in all their games this year. Now, total-wise, Colorado 3-2-1 to the over. Florida 4-2 to the over. The Panthers are also 2-0 to the over at home. I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me the Avalanche plus $1.15 and the over 6.5 in that game. Next matchup, Stars, Penguins, 7 o'clock Pittsburgh. The Pens are 145, total at 6. We saw a 10-cent move toward Pittsburgh and movement upward on the total. The Penguins open $1.35 up to 145. Total open 5.5 up to 6. 68% are leaning Pittsburgh. 77% shaded toward the under. Right now, Dallas is plus $1.25 on the money line. Pittsburgh plus 180, laying the goal and a half. Dallas winners in just 1 out of 8 games overall for the year. 1-6-1 for the season. 1-4 away from home. They rank dead last in scoring on average per game. 27th in road shots. Now, Pittsburgh on the other side, 4th in scoring, 8th in home shots. They've won their last 4 straight games, and they've scored 17 goals in their last 3 contests. Now, total-wise, Pittsburgh 4-1 to the under at home. Dallas 6-2 to the under for the year. I'm going to lean Pittsburgh minus 145 and the under 6 goals in that game. Next matchup, Rangers, Capitals, 7 o'clock, Washington. The Caps are minus 200, total 6.5. Saw a 35-cent move toward Washington in the early wagering. Washington open $1.65 up to 200, total 6.5. 79% are leaning Washington, 70% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Rangers are plus 180 on the money line. Washington plus 125 on the puck line. Washington's just 4-2-2 overall for the year. I'm sorry, they're not just 4-2-2. They are 4-2-2 overall for the year. They rank first in shots allowed. They're also 9-0-1 in their last 10 head-to-head matchups with the Rangers. Now, New York on the other side, they've lost their last 5 straight in the nation's capital. They rank 28th in offensive shots, and they've scored just 3 goals in their last 2 contests. Now, total-wise, the Rangers are 5-4 to the under in their last 9, taking on Washington. Give me the Caps minus 1.5 and the under 6.5 in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Friday's NHL action. Happy Friday. The weekend is finally here. But before we go ahead and move on, just got to quickly remind you to check me out once again on my website at patreon.com/Brock Page, where we are 33, 11, and 2 in our last 46 daily double picks on that site. We're also hitting 73% for the college football season on that website as well. You can access my current record on the homepage of Patreon. So once again, link for that site is in the description section below. We do different daily plays on that site. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages beginning at just $1.99 per month. Once again, link for that site is in the description section below. That is patreon.com/BrockPage. And we're going to go ahead and slide into some more free leans right here on YouTube. Free leans. Next matchup. Blue Jackets. Blackhawks. 8:30 Chicago. The Blackhawks are -145. Total 6.5. Saw a nickel move towards Chicago. Movement upward on the total. The Blackhawks open $1.40 up to $1.45. Total open 6 up to 6.5. 58% are leaning Chicago. 82% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Blue Jackets are +125 on the money line. Chicago plus $1.65, laying the goal and a half. Chicago just 1-2-1 overall for the year, 24th in shots allowed. They've also won just 5 out of their last 15, taking on the Metropolitan Division. If you're into historical trends, and I know some of you out there are into historical trends. You've told me in the comments section. Anyway, Columbus on the other side. 6-4 in their last 10, taking on the Blackhawks. Third in shots allowed. And when it comes to the total, Columbus is 4-2 to the under on the year. Chicago on the other side, 2-1 to the under at home. I'm going to lean toward another road dog in this one. Give me the Blue Jackets plus $1.25 and the under 6.5 in that game. Next matchup, Red Wings, Oilers, 9 o'clock, Edmonton. The Oilers are the $2 favorite in this one, total at 6.5. Saw a 15-cent fade of Edmonton in the early wagering. The Oilers open 215 down to 200, total 6.5. 87% are leaning Edmonton, 57% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Red Wings are +170 on the money line. Edmonton +135, laying the goal and a half. Edmonton is 6-1 overall for the year, second in scoring. Detroit on the other side scored just 3 goals in their last 3 games. That's an average of just 1 goal per game. That's quick mental math right there. Detroit 1-4 straight up in their last 5, 26 in shots allowed. And when it comes to the total, Detroit is 6-4 to the over in their last 10 head-to-head matchups with Edmonton. The Oilers on the other side, 80% to the over in their last 5, taking on the Eastern Conference. I'm going to lean Oilers -1.5 and the over 6.5 goals in that game. And we're going to go ahead and slide into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Carolina taking on the Ducks, 10 o'clock Anaheim. Carolina's -125 on the road, total 5.5, and we did see a 10-cent move toward the Hurricanes. Carolina open $1.15 up to 125, totals 5.5. 58% are leaning Hurricanes, 62% shaded toward the over. Right now, Anaheim's +105 on the money line. Carolina +205, laying the goal and a half. Carolina has dropped 2 out of their last 3 games. They average just 2 goals per contest in those 3. They rank 15th in road scoring on average per game, 23rd in shots allowed on the road. Meanwhile, Anaheim has been dominant in this series. They're 8-2 straight up in their last 10, taking on Carolina, dating back the past couple of seasons. They're also 5-2 overall for the year, 3-0 at home, second in goals allowed. Now, total-wise, Anaheim is 5-2 to the under for the season. I'm going to lean toward another underdog. I can't get enough of this plus money in the NHL. Give me Anaheim +105 and the under 5.5 in that game. And we're going to go ahead and slide into our quick pick recap brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. I like Anaheim +103. I like Anaheim +105, under 5.5. I like Edmonton -1.5, over 6.5. Columbus +125, under 6.5. Washington -1.5, under 6.5. Pittsburgh -145, under 6 goals. And last but certainly not least, I like the Colorado Avalanche +115 and the over 6.5 in that game. And we're going to go ahead and slide into our shoutouts brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. Got to give a shout out to Jan Monsell, who said Packers are not coming off a bye week. I didn't really say that. I said they played a Thursday night game. It's kind of like they are coming off a bye week, extended rest. But anyway, thanks for pointing that out. And I got to do a better job clarifying that. So thank you, Jan. Once again, shout out to Jan Monsell. Got to give a shout out to the Sauce Sensei Master Drip Lord. That's all one name, by the way. My good friend, the Sauce Sensei Master Drip Lord, who said, let's make this shmoney. Let's make this shmoney. That's what it's all about, Sauce Sensei. Good to see you in the comments section. Shout out to Cameron Rossman, who says, where do you get your info from? That is a great question. And I wish I could answer that, but if I told you where I got my info from, there'd be no need for me to do these videos. But it's on the internet. It's accessible information. I'm not the kind of guy that says, I have inside info and I know this ref and I don't know anybody, but I get my info off the internet just like everybody else. So I'm not going to tell you where, but because if I did, you wouldn't need me. So anyway, great question, Cameron Rossman. Thanks for asking, and thanks for supporting the channel. Got to give a shout out to Blaine Medvec. Shout out to Bob. His name's just Bob. He's got a white cat as his profile pic. And he said, I betted 3 times the opposite of you and won all 3 times. Well, I betted you didn't graduate high school, Bob. Betted? Come on. No, I'm just kidding. Bob, we love you, man. The 3 times you bet against me, they were all heavy favorites. So basically, you faded my heavy underdog picks. So enjoy the win. Unfortunately, 1 loss is going to just completely deplete your bankroll. But anyway, Bob, enjoy the win. Congratulations. You faded me again last night. You went with Montreal, so you are 4-0 betting teams at -200. So enjoy the win, Bob. And hey, man, nice cat in the profile picture. I enjoy that cat. All right, shout outs. Let's go ahead and dive back into some more. Shout out to my man, Will Surf. Love you, Will Surf. Shout out to Straight to the Point. My man, Iraq. Haven't seen you in a while, Iraq. Great to see you. Shout out to Ken Dawali, Joshua Merriweather. Once again, that's Joshua Merriweather. Shout out to Mrs. Jones. And got to give a shout out to Gio Lopez. Gio, I mean, I know we're buds and everything, but you said, Brock, you know the Yankees will win. Why are you trying to make us lose? Gio, the Yankees got smoked yesterday, dog. They got smoked. Not only did we pulverize the sides, we pulverized the total on that one too. I ain't trying to make you lose, my man. But anyway, Gio Lopez, great to see you in the comments section. Shout out to Ken Cunningham, Brian Chu. Got to give a shout out to Hustle Wilson, who said, what's up, Brock? Send me a shout out. Here it is, Hustle. Great to see you in the comments section. And then last but certainly not least, we have Alejandro Arroyo. And last but not least, shout out goes to Charlotte P. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we went 33, 11, and 2 in our last 46 daily double picks. We're also hitting at 73% for the college football season on that website. We do daily plays on that site. There's a bunch of different memberships and packages that you can subscribe to, and they begin at just $1.99 per month. Now, this college football package where we're hitting 73% for the year, that's just $14.99 a month. And not only do you get access to the college football plays for $14.99 a month, you get access to all the lesser expensive memberships as well. So you get access to almost everything. It's a great value there. There's also my current record on the homepage. You don't have to sign up for anything. That's absolutely free. If you just click the link in the description section below, that's going to be the first thing that pops up. And that's my current record on Patreon. So anyway, check me out. Link for that site is in the description section below. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for tuning in right here on YouTube. Obviously, we love your comments. I get a kick out of it. It is great. And although my responses may sometimes be harsh, we still love you guys. And we want you to continue to comment and, put out that good stuff there. Because, listen, if we were all in agreement, there'd be nothing unique about the channel. The fact that we can banter back and forth is awesome. Don't take it personal. If I do a rebuttal to you, it's all in good fun. And it's all for entertainment purposes. But anyway, thank you for joining us right here on Brock Page Productions on YouTube. I really hope you guys enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Friday to you. Yes, sir, it's Friday. The weekend's here. Happy Friday. Best of luck to you. And don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage.